All right. Hey, folks. I'm Zach, artist of Polygoonz and co-project owner and manager, along with Chilio, who's joining us today as well for our weekly community call. So thanks for joining us. So the weekly community call for the Polygoonz, we give some project updates, we do some giveaways, we drop some alpha, all that kind of good stuff. If you're not familiar with the Polygoonz, we are a customizable NFT project on Polygon. So you mint your Polygoonz and you get to claim 10 additional free accessory NFTs, which are interchangeable across all of your Polygoonz NFTs. So we launched a couple months ago, and we've just been kind of poking away and building ever since. And we've done a lot of stuff over the past few months. And so each week I try to sort of recap anything new that's happened and then give a bit of a projection forward into what we can look forward to for the next little while. And then part of the reason why I like doing this community call is I get to hear feedback from our community as well. So, people who are in the project and have Polygoonz and, want to see the game and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to share my screen and we'll run through my little agenda here. Let's see here. What do we got? Okay. So, we actually had a bunch of project updates recently, which I covered last week. But maybe I'll just quickly show one of them, which was sort of the main one, just as a recap, because we didn't record last week's either. So this was a cool thing that Chilio has launched, which is the Polygoonz Gallery, which shows you all of the Polygoonz that are currently minted with their accessories equipped or staked. And you can scroll down here and you can see all of the different Polygoonz. So this is an important step in the project because this page is updated real time. So if somebody is listing on Polygoonz for sale on OpenSea, you'll be able to cross-reference the token ID and sort of confirm which accessories are currently staked to that Polygoonz. So that's an important feature, aside from it just being like awesome and fun to see all of the different Polygoonz. This is also kind of a proof of concept and the first iteration of what can eventually become the Polygoonz native marketplace. So as Chilio builds this page out, we'll start to see things like filtering and searchability. So you'll be able to search your Polygoonz ID or your name. You'll be able to filter out according to certain things that you might want to filter for. And then eventually we'll be adding the ability for you to actually be able to list your Polygoonz here and buy Polygoonz right from here as well. So that's very exciting and a very cool feature that we're very proud of. And Chilio, did you want to say anything else about this before we move on?
Real quick, I actually can't see your screen. It might just be something with my phone, but I know you're talking about the Explorer, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so there's definitely a lot of work to be done, but it's a good start. There's going to be the whole site basically to get another facelift. There we go. Now I can see it. It's going to get another facelift from where it is now into Tailwind. So one of our partners kind of turned me on to Tailwind, and I haven't really looked back since. and so it'll be much more beautiful and a lot cleaner and faster. But beyond that, I've been focusing on the game a lot in the past week. So I feel like I've kind of neglected the site a little bit, even though it's fortunately been running super smooth lately. It still definitely needs some love. But yeah, I'll get into the game and stuff a little bit later whenever Zach's ready for it. But yeah, for the Explorer, updates will be coming. The entire site is going to be kind of overhauled in the near future, where it doesn't look so kind of archaic. It'll be a lot cleaner.
Yeah, totally. And we'll get into the game for sure. Yeah, so to launch into some of the project updates, so we've done a few interviews, so sort of on the more like marketing communication side. We actually just got off a call with Zuri Chavers, who is a Polygon advocate, and that went really well. I had a great call with the Polygon ecosystem DAO. Was it last week? Or it might have been the week before. And that was awesome. Kuros, one of the people in the DAO there, had a whole like laundry list of questions, and I feel like we answered all of the questions very well, and he was really excited about the project, so that was great. And then I had another Polygon advocate reach out to me to see if we could do an interview. So Nuno, who is where is he from? I think he's in Italy. I might be getting that wrong, but he's awesome. He's like a 16-year-old kid who's just like super into the space, and is going to be starting a YouTube series talking with people in the space, developers and project owners. So that's been super cool. I also actually, speaking of interviews and YouTube videos, so you guys might be familiar with the videos that I have done for Polygoonz. I have done a couple of sort of Polygoon specific videos in terms of like giving a little run through of how to mint. So I did like this sort of walkthrough of minting and staking. And I've done a few now, which are sort of tutorials using Rarity Garden. So I did this one on minting your own contract on Rarity Garden, and I did another one which is Rarity Garden. How to multi-send NFTs using Rarity Garden. So I'm a big fan of this platform. It's been around for a while and has a lot of really cool features. And I'm doing an interview with the developer from Rarity Garden later this week as well. So sort of lots happening there, which is really cool just in terms of the community and also, of course, Polygoonz. So connected with the ecosystem, we are working on our Polygon ecosystem DAO grant proposal. So that's due soon, due on Monday. So I've been developing that and building that out, and thank you to the community members who have given us feedback. I've passed it to a couple of people who have given us great feedback on the draft that I had done, so that was very helpful as well. The big thing to talk about is the game development. So, Chilio, I'll pass it over to you. You have a lot to say. I've got a little bit to share, probably even just an update for you as well. So I'll share that when you're ready.
Yeah, sure. So the game is coming along, definitely, where we've gotten to the point where we're working on animations now. And beyond that, I guess maybe I should start back it up a little bit. So we've found these plugins for React and WebGL because we decided that we don't want people to have to like download an executable and run it on their computers because I mean there's a whole bunch of reasons why that we don't want to do that. But the cool thing is that there's a WebGL plugin for React specifically where the website can talk to the game and the game can talk to the website. So when you're interacting in the game, like say you click on the button to log in, your MetaMask on your browser will pop up, and you'll log in as you normally would. It's just going to be a signature just to verify that you are who you say you are, and then that information will be passed to the game. That'll log you in, and then your goons that you own will show up like in a title screen, and you'll be able to pick which goon you want to play with. And then once you pick your goon, you'll go to the next screen, which will have all your items that you own, and you'll be able to kind of, at least on your first login, you'll be able to set up however you want. And that screen you'll be able to access at any time, kind of like an inventory system, where you'll be able to swap your items in and out. And yeah, so, but as far as like interactions, like say you want to buy, like somebody puts an item for sale at a store in the game and you want to buy it, you'll just click the buy button and your MetaMask will pop up. You'll do the transaction as you normally would, doing it anywhere else, and then yeah, the item will show up in the game, will show up in your wallet. So that's really cool stuff, and it's stuff we're not really seeing anywhere else because every other project is relying on like these really heavy kind of like SDK plugins where you got to use like Wallet Connect, and it tries to handle all of the logic, all the Web3 logic inside of like the Unity engine itself, inside of the game. And that technology isn't really very fleshed out right now. So I'm kind of bringing it back to where the user experience will be like if you're on any other website where you'll be able to use MetaMask. You'll still be able to use Wallet Connect too if you want, but it kind of gives us more freedom and more flexibility in terms of what we can actually do. Beyond that, I kind of briefly mentioned that we're working on the animations, and Zach is working on kind of adapting the goons a little bit to work more visually in the game. And that's not to say that your NFTs will change. It'll just be that your in-game character will be slightly altered to be like better looking. Oh, Zach, I see you've pulled it up. I'll let you talk about that for a minute or two.
Oh, rookie mistake. All right. Yeah. So sorry. So Chilio sent me basically what he needs for the animations, and I've just been working through how to get that ready. And I went through this whole process earlier today and then realized I had to do it a different way. But this way is actually much smoother and is a non-destructive method of breaking down the different parts. So I can show you what I'm doing here. And actually, I'll just show just the body. So what I'm doing is each one of these layers, so there's this there's this layer here called the head, and under this layer, I've got all the different heads, right? So all of the different heads for all the body types are here. Um, and and what I'm doing is I'm doing this layer mask on this layer. So if I go into the layer mask, I can actually edit what this mask looks like. And so if when I export this, if some things are not quite lined up or not quite looking right, Chilio can tell me like, oh, like the leg, the bottom, the lower leg for the, on the right isn't really connecting with the upper leg in the right way. And then, so what I might do then is I might go into this layer mask. And because it's non-destructive, I haven't deleted any of the content there, but I could give this more pixels to work with, right? And then I would go like that, and then that leg part would extend higher up into the top leg, into the upper part of the leg. So yeah. Anyways, this is like a much better way to do it than what I was doing initially, where I was just erasing everything and it was a big mess. But as you can see, I'm almost done. The last one that I'm doing is just separating the items out into the different hands. And so this is actually super, super simple, because all I'm going to do is just split this layer into two. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of items. Da, 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 da. Okay, that's what I was sort of.
It's 205 to be exact.
Yeah, well, like I just didn't want to overlap it. So basically, all of this is going to be item R, and then I'll duplicate this. So this is item R, and I'll duplicate that, and I'll call this item L, and I'll do a new one for that side with all this stuff. Did that work? Oh yeah, there, item L. So now this is done, actually. All of the layers are separated into all their different parts, so even the legs. So all of the pants and stuff, there's the lower, upper, and the waist for the right, and the upper and the lower for the left, and the head and neck and torso. And the neck I actually made so it extends up into the head a bit. So hopefully that will help out with the animation. But yeah, all of this stuff is ready to go. So I will import all of these, and hopefully that will be what you need, Julio.
Yeah, so I kind of just want to show um, the very crude thing that led up into this, but it'll give people an idea of kind of what we're looking at, you know. So I'll share my screen real quick. So don't mind this was I'm not an artist, and I just did my best to pull out like the arms and the legs and stuff, much worse than Zach has done since. But if you look here, you know, there will be these are also very crude animations, but I've set up the bones where we'll be able to do like the attacks. If you if let's see, if we go to the weapons, um, oh, I guess I can't change out the weapons, but yeah. Anyway, there will be walking animations. Um, if you look at like the will be you'll be able to change out your different pieces, your different eyes and stuff. So there's definitely a lot of progress happening, and the big thing is that once Zach sends me over what he's done, which is super cool, we'll be able to really get going with this in terms of, oh, there's the item. So yeah, like the whoa. I did some modifications on the stuff, but anyway, you can see like um, how this will work in the game where you have the different items and you'll be able to basically we'll be able to have different animations for different items, um, and and then once the goon is kind of set up and like these weird oddities aren't happening. I changed the weights and the gravity and stuff, but um, it'll make it so that once we get this set up, then the tile set, we'll start building out the world. I think that'll actually probably be the most fun and probably maybe even the easiest part for Zach, um, in terms of building out the Polygoonz world. Um, it's definitely less complex than it sounds. Um, not that it's like extremely easy, but um, I think it'll be more fun than work is what I'm getting at. Um, so yeah, and like I said, this kind of the login button you saw is what pops up. Um, your MetaMask. This is all just kind of like prototyping. It will definitely not look like this when we ship it. Um, but yeah, I mean, so definitely tons of cool stuff going on. We have there's a lot of work to be done to be for sure. But when this is all done, it'll be an extremely unique experience because um, the way that the server backend will talk to the game, will talk to the browser, um, and all three will kind of validate each other. Um, and so they'll stay in sync, but there will be like validation processes happening in the background, to ensure that people can't like just like print items or do like the old Diablo stuff where people were like spoofing items and all kinds of stuff. Um, so basically, like every frame in the game, the WebSocket will talk to the back end, and there will be like a check, like does this item actually exist or not? And so um, it'll basically be like a frame by frame kind of validation, which I think is pretty cool. And the great thing about the blockchain is it's super easy to validate things, um, without using gas or anything. And there's no way that somebody can manipulate the blockchain data. And that's kind of the coolest part of the core concept of the blockchain. But
Yeah, so we are definitely working on doing this in a smart way, and I like the way Zach put it the other day. He said kind of future proofing it with creating the rigging system so that if we add items, or if we add mechanics or animations or anything like that, um, everything will be uh, upgradable in a smart and like fluid and easy sort of way. So there's definitely a lot of work that needs to happen on the in the beginning of this concept, but later on it will help us out a lot more in the end. So that's
Yeah,
kind of my.
totally. Yeah, it's exciting stuff, and yeah, it's like every day Julio is messaging me with new things that he's developing and working on. So it's super exciting. Yeah, and I can't wait to start building the world. Um, the other update that I had to share, which I think came out of last week's call, was that we did identify the issue with the Wallet Connect, and so that will be fixed soon. So people on iPhone will be able to connect to the minting site um, without any problem. It worked really smoothly on the artsy site for me, so just a matter of porting that over. Um, the partner updates. We don't have any partners on the call. I don't think. No, we don't. We don't have any partners on the call. So now I just have to rack my brain and try and think. We had the Cryptogoonz Astrogoonz launch last week. Was it last week? Was it Friday? Friday. Was it Friday? Yes, it was Friday. Astrogoonz dropped. They're totally wacky. Oh my gosh. There's so I grabbed two of them, and they had a really cool. If you minted within the first 24 hours, you were entered into a draw, and we donated 2 Polygoonz to that because these guys are partners of ours. So we're happy to donate that. And Anthony, this looks like you picked up one of those from the first 24-hour draw.
Oh, did I? I was looking out for that and I missed it. That's really cool. Yeah, I meant it too.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Uh,
Zim Timo, right? As you as well.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you got one, and then somebody else that I wasn't familiar with grabbed the other one, and then yeah, they had some of the other sort of Polygon projects on there. Give some away. We had some dugout punks and that kind of stuff. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. Great to see Dave just keeping on building that project. I think this is his, geez, I want to say like fifth um, series for the Cryptogoonz. So that's cool to see. What else? Crypto Mibs, I believe, has their community call tomorrow. Um, so that is a call on Twitter to discuss the fall festival. So they're looking for feedback as to what game people want to see happen, and yeah, and that kind of stuff. Oh, it looks like that was today actually. So hopefully they got some good feedback about that. Yeah, and I've got a meeting with Jasper coming up just to talk about stuff for the summer. I'm looking forward to the Futurist conference in Toronto. Um, so Jasper and CryptoMibs is a sponsor. And yeah, I know a few other people that are going to this, so that should be awesome. I'm trying to figure out if I sort of qualify as a speaker and what I should speak about. I don't really know. I feel like I've got a lot that I could speak about, but I don't know. I should apply though, regardless. So that'll be cool. Okay, cool. I'm going to move on to this other item, which is Rara Social. So I'm going to pop over to. I can see if their website is still up. They might have. Shut it down because they're in development of their next iteration. So they have this placeholder webpage with a countdown. 21 days until the social curation protocol for NFTs. They've got their loud paper here where they sort of go through what the idea is behind this protocol. And essentially, what they want to do is build off something that they were doing before, where people would curate NFTs and then you would go and you would vote on them, and every day there would be like a kind of a leaderboard of curated NFTs. And what they're moving into now is a protocol which can be used by any different platform, where NFTs are added to the platform. So you curate an NFT, but then how you kind of vote on it is you actually like invest in the NFT. So it's a really interesting method that they're doing. They're using reactions to curate and reactions to like invest in NFTs. I can't explain it fully because it's kind of a weird concept, but basically you buy reactions and then you react to an NFT to invest in it. So you're actually putting some monetary investment into the curated NFTs, and the idea is that if you're investing early on, then other people that are coming after you are also investing in it, and then that is sort of driving up the value of the reaction to the NFT. I will give a better description of this at a future date. The reason I have it on the agenda tonight, though, is because I did create some Polygoonz images to be able to be used as reactions. And I popped them in their Discord server to get some feedback, but also just wanted to show them to the community here. So I did these like diamond eyes, and then I thought that this one looked kind of too plain, so I did like an OMG and then like a sparkle thing, and I kind of like the OMG. But yeah, so the other, and here I'll go down, like these are some of the other reactions that people are minting and submitting to the platform. And so they kind of, like these different, like basically emojis. So they're sort of testing out how this works here. I don't have mine actually submitted yet, so that's why you don't see them here. But in their protocol, these will all be larger, so you'll have a better look of what they are. But yeah, I just wanted to share that because it's like a cool kind of side project that I have going with the Polygoonz, and will potentially be like a use case for the Polygoonz, possibly. You'll be able to curate the Polygoonz NFTs into the protocol, and then you'll potentially be able to, you'll be able to buy the reactions in the protocol, and then if you are actually the owner of the reaction NFT, like on chain, then there are some additional works in the protocol as well. So, yeah, I just wanted to share that. So I don't know if anybody wants to chime in and tell me which one is their favorite. Go ahead. If not, move on.
I like the sparkle. The diamonds with the sparkles around. That's hot.
Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was thinking I would probably like animate those so they actually like change size as well. So you can do GIFs. Yeah. Cool. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'll share more of those when I get more of those up. I have to do them pretty quickly. They're due on Friday, so to get them into the protocol. What else? Those are those. So the Gooniverse updates. We have the crafting is here. So we have Daydreamy on the call, who was the winner of one of the anvils. Daydreamy, how is your progress? I can actually, you know what? I should go and see how your progress is, because the other thing I did was upload the Polygoonz art into pixel art, which is a basically open source. It's not open source. It's a browser-based pixel art editing platform, and so I added the Polygoonz sort of template and some sample items. So to show sort of how I draw the items with the Polygoonz, so you can see like there's the item with the little hand holding it. And anyways, you know, I can send this link and then you can draw your item. So so this is available for holders of the Anvil NFTs. So Daydreamy, how is it going with your crafting?
I haven't started drawing anything yet. I'm still undecided on what I want to make.
Ah, okay.
Power, so much power. But it's on my short list.
Yeah, totally. Well, I'll keep bugging you about it. It's so funny because some of the other people who have anvils were just like, "Oh, I know exactly what I'm going to make. Like, this is going to be great." So that's funny. Yeah. Yeah, and then the other thing I shared with you was the spreadsheet of all of the traits, so you can actually see what all of the traits are, and so you're not duplicating something. Yeah, so that's exciting. And a little bit of alpha. The next item to come in terms of the trait creation will be the makeup item. And the holders of the makeup item are going to be able to make a face paint trait or a hair trait. So that's going to be cool. I don't know how many holders of the makeup we have. I should check that because I think it might actually be a common item. I'm pretty sure the anvil is uncommon, and we have 6 holders. Let's see. I want to just check this out. Search. Purse and makeup. The compact and the makeup. Yeah, and the purse. The like Coach bag, whatever it is. Okay, so there's 5 total and 3 owners. So somebody owns. Or no, that just means it's they have it staked. So there's going to be 5 owners of that probably. So we'll see some cool makeup and hair traits come along pretty soon. It's exciting. Okay, cool. So there's the weekly raffle ticket item draw. And again, we can reformulate who has raffle tickets. And as I said last week, this just takes a second because it has to go through. But I do want to make sure that I do this on the call every week, just in case any raffle ticket items were minted throughout the week. I don't think there was, but you never know. And so it's going to run through all of these. And then the other thing we're going to check is, we're going to send some Goonz tokens to people who own the Goonz token item. And we're also going to do a present drop for the present item holders. So last week I did a present drop for all the present item holders, and this week I'm actually just going to do a raffle. So I'm going to choose something good to send to the present item holders. So the raffle ticket is a Polygoonz free mint. Where's my spreadsheet? Summon spreadsheet. Accio spreadsheet. Here we go. Oh, this lag is brutal. Okay. Can we zoom out a bit here? Maybe a bit more, just so I can see. Okay, raffle ticket, let me see. So we have all of these ones, right? 6, 4, 8, and those ones. Okay, let's just pull the address from those. Oh wait, did I do something? Six. Those ones. Just these ones? Those 10. It's probably the same 10 as last week. Okay, yeah, it's the same 10 as last week. Goodness gracious. Okay. Let's do Wheel of Names. Okay, so which raffle ticket holder wins a free mint? Let's see. $28A2. This one, great. All right. And let's see who it is. Always want to know who it is. Oh, I don't know who it is. I do not know. All right, it's a mystery. We have a mystery winner. Where's my agenda? Okay. So mystery winner here. Good, good. Let's pick out a present for the present holder. Maybe Bots of Cog. Bots of Cog is a good one. And here are the presents. Oh, somebody's just joining. You're in the middle of giveaways. There, I'll leave a space between these ones. It's time. Which holder of the present item gets a Bots of Cog NFT? Do. Hooray! 4972.
Oh, I think that's me.
Nice. All right. Bots of Cog.
Nice.
You know that project?
No, I'm not familiar.
They're adorable. And they've done some other cool like spin-offs as well. I love them because the art is actually like super unique as well, and like messy and kind of grungy and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, it looked pretty cool.
Yeah. I made, why did it say declined? Well, sometimes OpenSea says that. It's probably fine. I'll check it later. Okay, great. So, Bots of Cog is this one. To Anthony, congratulations. Okay, and then I was going to do a troglodytes for the community call. Is it still the same people on the call here? I heard the little doorbell.
I need to get a soundboard for this.
Yeah, totally. Okay, cool. So I'm going to do a troglodytes for the community call. This beautiful prehistoric NFT character. And let's go. Thanks for joining, everybody, as always. And it's going to be Aaron daydreaming.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Right, thank you.
Do you have a troglodytes yet?
I don't have a troglodyte, so
Troglodytes are an amazing project. They raise money for children in Sierra Leone, and basically just buy food for them. And every few weeks they will do a live stream where they just go and drop off food for the kids, and it's heartwarming and amazing.
oh, that's awesome.
It's a wonderful project, and I keep on thinking that we should actually just partner up with them, because as you recall, we have a dedicated 10% of the Polygoonz proceeds, which is going to go towards food security. And we were hoping to be able to find a charity in India that would be able to work with, just because that's where Polygon is based and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, we have become partners, of course, with troglodytes, and so yeah, it's thinking about that more. Where is your address here? Just gotta Just gotta find it. There it is. Okay, cool. Yeah, check them out. They're beautiful, beautiful project. And great team. Oh my gosh, the team there are really doing a lot for the community and the space. There's Crypto Manimal and Shay, and together with the Troglodyte main account, I think his name is Ahmed. They hold really, really great Twitter spaces, shill spaces, give feedback to people as well, and yeah, just awesome. So we'll see if OpenSea is behaving itself, and if these get transferred here. There we go. Cool. So that is that. I was also going to do a holders giveaway for all the Polygoonz. So let me see how many are minted. 283, 284. All right, sounds good. Sounds good. Number generator. So between 1 and 284. Number 17. Excellent. That's a day one mint. That's a paid mint. Some of the later ones start to be giveaways, but of the day one mints. Where am I going? Official links. Number 17. Oh dear. Anybody got number 17? Of course. There it is. It's Jason Forever. Our man. One of the top Polygoonz holders. I think he's second now behind Tatey, but was first for a long time. So that's awesome. That might even move him back into contention for number one Polygoonz holder. Okay, cool. So that's it. That's all the updates I had, ideas and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to open it up to the other people on the call here. If there are any questions, ideas, feedback, thoughts about the game, where we're headed, all that kind of stuff.
Where do people submit their wallet ID?
Oh, you can get your wallet ID into the Goonz token channel. There's a Google form there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. That reminds me, I have to run some more. Excuse me, I have to run some more Goonz token giveaways. Yeah, cool. So yeah, any other questions? Advice? What would I be doing with my life? I am very much looking forward to going on parental leave soon. So not having to work full time for a while, which translates probably into being able to work on Polygoonz a bit more.
Yeah, you'll just be working full time anyway.
I will be. I 100% will be. Except I won't feel guilty about not doing my other work.
Right.
No, it's good. It's I've been able to strike a bit of a balance. It was a bit of a struggle around launch there. because Chilio and I were both working so hard on everything. But yeah, we took a bit of some reprioritization and struck a balance, so it's good. But yeah, I'm looking forward to being able to just spend some more time in the space. Work on some of the community projects that I have going. I did. Most of you know I was co-organizer of Nifty Pride last year, so we're looking at getting Nifty Pride going again this year, or some iteration of it. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen there, but Polygon Toronto, Futurist, kinds of stuff.
That's awesome. So when you're going on parental leave, are you having a baby, or what's going on?
So we
need to congratulate you, or did you recently have a baby?
6 months ago. 6 months ago yesterday.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so it's our second, and actually Chilio's second child arrived. Was it the day before or the day after? It was one day apart, right?
I believe the day before. Don't mind my hair.
You're muted, man.
Am I?
Oh, I can hear him.
Great. I love the look, man.
Oh yeah. Don't mind the.
It's so
Switch
good
the
to
camera.
see your face.
Hey!
Yeah.
There he is.
Oh, so cool. How can you guys be doing an NFT project with newborns? I don't know. I'm so impressed.
It's my second as well. So
Nice.
yeah.
Oh, it's so funny. I can't hear Chilio, but you guys can hear him. Okay, that's good. So I don't know. My work lets you take your parental leave within the first 12 months of the baby being born. So I actually one of my good friends did what I'm doing before and recommended it highly to me, was to defer parental leave and not take it when the baby's born, and instead take it at the end of the year. Because the baby's like doing more stuff and just like, and actually as a dad, like you can do more with the baby later on. In the first few months, there's not a whole lot that you can do as a dad. So
this is true. This is true. But
Zach.
And for the second kid, like if it was our first, I would have taken that time right off the bat, just for the whole getting used to that whole new world. But yeah, for the second time around, it was like, okay, yeah, we know what we're doing here. And yeah, he's great. And our first is 5, coming up on 5.5, and just absolutely loves being a big sister. It's great to see.
Zach, can you hear me now?
I don't think he can hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Dude, he must have muted me.
yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
He must have muted me or something weird.
Zach,
Tell him to
why did you mute him?
Put the mute.
Did you server mute him?
Did I server mute him? Server mute, no.
Okay.
Or server deafen, no. Or user volume is up.
It could just be one of you's been rugged, so one of you has to leave the room and come back in, is usually what fixes it.
Right. I just tapped that. So maybe Zach, if you pop in and out.
Oh, there he goes. Welcome back.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
Yes.
Nice. So I agree with Zach. I felt exactly the same way where, like, when my first was born, it was a lot different than the second, because like you said, as a dad, there's really not much, especially like I live in Vietnam, and their culture is like the family is like super heavy involved. So like the first few months of my oldest, like my wife and her mom slept in the room with the baby, and so it kind of led to me like sleeping in, in another room, basically. And now that we have the second, her mom still sleeps with our oldest, and she stays with the baby. And we ended up getting a 3-bedroom, so I kind of have like an office slash bedroom that I'm like banished to at night. But yeah, it's definitely different, and I totally agree with like you can do more as they get older, as a dad, and like even trying to get time with my kids is sometimes hard because either like their aunts are here or their grandparents, or there's always family around. You know what I mean? So, it's just a huge blessing.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. That is so important. That makes it so much easier.
Yeah, it allows me to actually like get work done when it needs to be done. So super fortunate in that sense. But yeah, I'm super stoked for the game. It's there's so much we can do. It's crazy how much we can do, and um, you know, once we get it going, I think it's just going to snowball into, new features every week or every couple days or something.
Yeah, it's
I
exciting.
want to have
for
like a
sure.
massive, like map that's bigger than like the Zelda maps. You know what I mean? Like, because the way it works is we can just keep expanding out like to infinity, basically. And so the world can constantly grow, the content can grow, everything, the quests and storylines and uh, characters and NPCs and all kinds of stuff. So
Yeah, totally.
It's awesome. You guys have my full confidence. I mean, just the changes over the few short weeks that I've known you guys. You keep improving and delivering, so bravo. I'm excited.
Yeah, for sure. It's interesting. Like I keep thinking that, like what it maybe would have been like if we waited um and had like all of this stuff sort of finished for a launch. Um but I don't know if it's it, I think part of the fun for us is having people along for the ride, like having people like engage with the project and like do different things and like be in the Gooniverse and have the NFTs as well, right? Like, like you guys all have them and like you're able to do things with them. So yeah, I don't know. Like, it's interesting to think what might have happened, but I also really like how it's kind of unfolding as well.
I enjoy the journey. I can definitely see the value in like coming to market with a finished product, of course, but this is just I don't know. It feels more inclusive. I feel like I'm part of the Gooniverse because I'm growing relationships while you guys are growing the platform. It's good.
That's great to hear. That's what we want. That's what we're all about. Grow the Gooniverse. All right, we're gonna end it there because Chilio and I need to have probably a very long meeting all about the game and about a whole bunch of different stuff about it. So instead of our usual like 3-hour hangout where we just chat about NFTs, we are going to kick y'all out and have a team meeting. So thank
Sounds
you
good.
all.
Thanks again, and we'll look forward to next week.
For sure. Yeah, totally. No, this is like, highlight of my week for sure is to be able to hang out here and talk about the project and get feedback and everything. So I really appreciate all of you coming and sharing with us as well. So yeah, we'll see you next week.
All right.
Awesome.
Have a good night, guys.
Thanks, guys. Have
You
a good night.
too.
See you later.
See ya.